opening words are from Sherry Woodbury. Our holy hearts, our sacred bits of soil. Whether by habit or out of need, whether in body or through cyberspace, you entered this sanctuary. Light shining sky inside. Open space for hearts and minds. There is no separation here of the sacred from the profane. No setting apart from the natural world. For nothing can be more precious than the ordinary beauty of spring or the stirrings of the human spirit. Let us bring, then, our holy hearts and our sacred bits of soil into this place of ritual and song. Let us once more commingle the elements of heaven and earth in this shrine of interconnection. Come, let us worship together. Welcome to the UU Church of Oak Cliff. As you probably know, here we seek to build a community where what you believe is less important than how your beliefs guide and inform your participation in the world. Ours is a community that strives to value the inherent worth and dignity of every human being. Now, today is a special day. Really, instead of a Sunday service, it's Service Sunday. Yeah. We have agreed. We talk a lot about building community, building our own church community, building connections with the surrounding community, community outreach. The UU worship ministry team, I think the board was involved too, and whoever was attending the meetings agreed that reviving the Sankofa Garden would be a good place to start. And let me say, I have heard it pronounced both Sankofa and Sankofa. I will probably flip from one to the other. Sankofa is a word from the Akan people of Ghana. It translates to go back and get it, meaning it's not wrong to go back for that which you have forgotten, or remember the past to make positive gains in the future. I was first introduced to the word in terms of reclaiming traditional herbal medicines in Ghana. A friend of mine was involved in a project there. But it also spoke to me as returning to traditional ways of growing food, more cow manure, less miracle grow, permaculture, working with nature rather than trying to reshape or master it. It's a good word. Eric Wallace, former member. Most of you know Eric. Hi, Eric. And still a very good church friend, good friend of mine. Saw a bigger picture in that word and said this of the Sankofa Garden. In our past, we have fed the community with nutritious fruits of the earth. Looking back at that past, we can see ourselves continuing our outreach today and into the future. I'd now like for us to recite our covenant, but if you would please pause after each line so I can share Eric's thoughts about each line. Because we love one another, we honor each individual's spiritual journey. Food is a spiritual thing. Good food nourishes the body and the spirit. It's something that's shared, something that has cultural significance, and it can bring a community together. Coming together, covenant. We celebrate life's abundance in service to each other, our community, and the world. To which Eric added, we have so much to give and so many ways to serve. We share our faith in acts of service. We share our hope for the community by investing in its well-being. We share our charity by giving out of love. Sharing Sankofa Garden is an act of service for growers and the recipients of its bounty. We connect with each other in love, respect, and acceptance. Coming together, that's our covenant. We join not just with ourselves as a church, but also our community. Because our community is in a food desert, or as Ian explained to me, a food swamp. Ask him about that. Many in the community do not have access to nutritious food, especially produce. Through our Sankofa Garden, we can connect with our community in feeding bodies and souls. Thus do we covenant together. We have a special reading by Jennifer Johnson, Waiting to Grow Again. Spirit of life, source of being, open our hearts and minds to all that is possible in this season of liminality, this in-between season, sometimes winter, sometimes nearly spring, not quite one or the other. I'll check and see if she's from Texas. Beneath the crust of earth, seeds and bulbs lay in store. Some, crocus and daffodil, have dared to pierce the surface, braving to become the next iteration of self, a new bloom. On the forsythia and magnolia branches, petals curl into themselves, swelling into uncertain buds, waiting for the optimal conditions of light and warmth and rain to unfold into their potential for beauty and delight. On the bare branches of maple, oak, and elm, tiny leaves are invisibly budding, readying themselves for their debut, a new wardrobe for a new season. We too are waiting to grow again. Like perennial plants and deciduous trees, we don't grow along a singular trajectory, from infancy through childhood to the full bloom of adulthood and the wider unfolding of elder years. Rather, we grow anew, year upon year, in seasons and cycles. In the cold and dark of winters, real and metaphorical, we hunker down, seek shelter and stillness, conserve energy, so that new vitality can germinate. In this liminal season, we are waiting for signs of longer light, lasting warmth, and quenching rains. Waiting to grow again, anew. What new growth is budding in you, readying itself to make its debut, to adorn the world with new beauty and delight? Can you hear it singing?